So this game is against a team that has in the past always been a really tough team to play against for the Stars. This Blades team, we're in the lower division the previous seasons with the Stars, and all of our games had a ton of shots against and stuff. I had some footage of net cam and things where I was wearing the Warrior pads the first time I ever had them and played unreal against this team. So usually they're a challenge, but my team here, the Stars, made some changes to our kind of structure in terms of where players are playing, and it made a world of a difference. And this is right before playoffs, and I think this was the first game we made that change, and if it wasn't, it was the second game. It made a huge difference, and this is kind of showing off the very first of kind of what happened going forward, and a huge momentum swing and just result swing for this team. So it's pretty interesting. We're going to talk about this gear, this blocker, sort of this blocker, the other one, but I have two of these at the end of this, so if you're interested in that, check that out as well. So if you're buying hockey equipment and you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. In the US, check out the links to Pure Hockey. In Canada, check out the links to Hockey Supremacy. If you click those links and make a purchase, I get a kickback from the sale. So anything that comes back from that comes right back into the channel, so I keep making more content and doing real reviews and stuff. I got buy gear to do a lot of the tests for it, so that costs money and it would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel, so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all
ready for this?
So as you could see, like my team played really solid here and didn't give up like too many crazy chances. There was really only one play beside the goal. Well, there's a couple like cross crease passes that they couldn't get a hold of, but there was one where I stayed down too long. I was tired. This was my second game of the night. Might have even been my third game. I can't remember when I played the other game. But anyways, it was my third or second game of the night. And I was a bit tired, so I was just kind of being a bit lazy, and we were winning like 3-0 at that point anyways. But I was down too long. They passed it across crease, and the guy just couldn't score, and I kind of flopped to try to dive and save it, but didn't go in, luckily. And then the goal, I made a nice save on a breakaway, and I get a foot on it, or it was like a 2-on-1 or something. It ends up being a breakaway, and they just get the rebound, and there's not a whole lot I could do there differently. I made the first save. That's all you really want to do there. And they get the rebound, and it is what it is. It was at the very end of the game, so it was kind of, that's it. But like I said, my team played great. I played pretty good in here. The pads, I talked about the PX3 pads a lot, and you're going to be seeing a lot of usage of them because I basically just wore them from like this point forward and till the end of the year for all of my teams. So a lot of usage of here. They're great. Watch my review. Seriously, it's a long one, but the pads are fantastic and should be talked about. So this blocker that I mentioned, this is obviously a 1X blocker. I still use a 1X blocker. I bought it used once or twice. It was basically brand new like years ago. And I originally had one of the blockers in this colorway because this was like a demo set from Bauer, and I ordered a custom set. They were super delayed, so they let me use a demo set for a while. This was the colorway of the demo set. I use that a lot. So if you go way back in my footage, you'll see the red set like this. It was a demo set, and then my custom set I ordered, they screwed up on, so I just got rid of the set because it was supposed to be orange and black, and it ended up just being orange. Or I shouldn't say they screwed up on, the person who placed the order screwed up on it, and then it was just, yeah, so I just got rid of that set. I've been using the two-piece, well, it's now a two-piece Hyperlight, but it's a 1X blocker. It used to be the 6000 Bauer Reactor 6000 blocker, and kind of there, it's been around for a while. JRZ originally designed it and made it. This one was made by JRZ, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. There's a little thing on the side. So this one was a Canadian made one. Regardless, I love this blocker. I talk about it a lot. And I bought it like used for like a few years, or it might even been just like a year old of that for like nothing. It was like $300 Canadian. I was like, yes, I'll take that. It was used once or twice, and I've used it ever since. So this one is one that I got from Just Hockey, so huge thanks to Just Hockey for this. It was obviously a used demo one. It's not in the best shape. There's some like bad things in here. What I'm doing with this though is I am going to take the board out of it. So we're going to cut this open. We're going to look at it, see how it is. We're going to kind of dive into a bit of what makes this blocker solid in terms of materials, because the rebounds on this is fantastic. And we're going to try to do something with this blocker board and put it in a different blocker and see if it drastically changes the performance of that other one. So it'll be interesting to see, and that will be coming in the future. But this blocker board is like, I love it, and it's fantastic. And the two-piece Hyperlight isn't quite as good, and kind of talked about that, but this thing was great, and Bauer really hit a home run with this whole line, to be honest. Well, the glove was iffy. It needed to change a bit, but the pads and the blocker for the 1X were fantastic, minus the durability on the pads.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.